Welcome to today's deep dive. So you walk into a massive sports bar, right? And all you see is just this amazing spectacle.
Oh, yeah, just wall-to-wall screens everywhere.
Exactly, like 100 screens showing different games, all perfectly synced in 4K, zero lag. And you expect it to work.
Right, but getting that image to those screens requires this massive, unseen nervous system.
Which is exactly our mission today. We are digging into a catalog from HDTVSupply. They're a company with 25 years in the global audio and video market. We want to uncover the hidden tech that powers and controls these massive multi-screen environments.
And it all really starts in a dark closet.
Right.
Literally, the foundation of this entire ecosystem is a heavy-duty power backup bundle. Specifically, the catalog highlights the, let me get the name right, the SurgeX SX-UPS2000VS8 online double conversion bundle.
Yeah, that name is quite a mouthful. When I read online double conversion, I immediately pictured like some sort of digital fortress protecting the king's jewels.
That's actually a pretty good way to look at it. It's not just a standard power strip you buy at the hardware store.
Mm-hmm.
It's a standalone system designed for absolute zero downtime.
But what is it actually converting? Like twice?
Okay, so think of it more like a water purification plant.
Okay, I can picture that.
It doesn't just hold backup power in a battery tank. It actively takes the alternating current, the AC power coming from the wall, and it converts it into direct current, or DC.
Right, and then back again.
Exactly. Reconstructs it back into perfectly clean AC power.
So the power output is just completely isolated from whatever chaotic voltage spikes are happening out on the city grid.
Which, is absolutely non-negotiable for these massive AV setups.
Because if it drops even for a fraction of a second...
You're dead in the water. You aren't just powering a single TV in your living room, right? You are running massive interconnected routing networks.
Wow.
A power blip lasting even a millisecond can crash that entire network.
And then you have to do a complete system reboot.
Exactly. Which leaves a whole venue in the dark for minutes. Customers get angry. But this SurgeX unit ensures the brain of the operation never even realizes a storm is happening outside.
Okay, but perfectly clean power is totally useless if the brain it's powering can't handle the traffic.
Very true.
And that brings us to what the SurgeX is actually protecting. The catalog highlights these incredible routing networks known as Wolfpack matrix switchers.
The scale of these things is just wild.
It really is. They scale up to a 160 by 160 TV matrix. Now, I always assumed a sports bar just had, I don't know, a massive closet filled with 160 individual cable boxes wired directly to 160 TVs.
Oh man, that would be a total wiring nightmare.
Right, just cables everywhere.
Yeah, so a 160 by 160 matrix means you have 160 separate inputs, cable boxes, streaming devices, servers.
And those can all be dynamically routed to 160 independent outputs simultaneously.
Yes, any input to any output at any given time.
That's crazy.
The sheer math involved is staggering. I mean, routing 160 uncompressed 4K video feeds, sometimes even 8K HDMI products, it requires immense processing power.
Right, to avoid lag or stuttering.
Exactly. The switcher is calculating gigabits of data per second to ensure there is no visual tearing and absolutely zero latency. And it's doing this while running AV over IP.
Which means the audio and video are being sent over standard network infrastructure, not just massive bundles of traditional HDMI cables.
Right, and it handles massive video walls with picture-in-picture capabilities too.
Okay, so I have a practical pushback here.
Go for it.
If the math is that complex and a sports bar has 160 TVs playing different games, how does a bartender actually manage all of that on a busy Tuesday night?
That's the real magic of it.
Because I'm pretty sure the staff isn't, writing network code in the break room just to put the baseball game on the patio screens.
No, definitely not. The complex routing is completely abstracted away by a software and security layer. HDTVSupply pairs these massive switchers with really accessible control interfaces.
Like apps and stuff.
Yeah, you can use free Android and iOS apps, a WebGI Windows 11 PC software, or even their custom WolfPad tablet systems.
Oh.
You literally just tap a screen, and it sends the command. The switcher handles all those gigabits of processing in the background.
Well, it makes total sense that they'd need it to be user-friendly. What really surprised me in the sources, though, is that this exact same hardware isn't just for entertainment venues.
No, not at all.
The catalog shows they sell through the federal GSA schedule, the NASA C program, and the government's SAM system.
Which proves these matrix switchers are robust enough for mission-critical government infrastructure. They offer TAA-approved products, too.
Right, meaning the internal components meet strict U.S. government sourcing standards.
Yes, to prevent espionage or security breaches. because the architecture distributing a basketball game to a bar has to be just as secure as what the military uses.
Which brings this whole deep dive back to why you, the listener, should care about this unseen tech. We've traced the ecosystem from a SurgeX double conversion power bundle all the way to 160 TV Wolfpack switchers.
And government-grade control systems. It's a massive setup.
Right, because this level of reliability ensures that when a government agency is running a live emergency broadcast or a command center is monitoring real-time data, the signal simply does not fail.
Seamless technology really is an illusion created by an incredibly complex, resilient foundation.
That is incredibly well said. So the next time you step into a massive venue or see a wall of perfectly synchronized screens, consider the unseen, silent digital ballet of switchers and continuous power units working flawlessly in a dark closet nearby.